Okay, let's see if I did this right. Okay, am I live? Let's see. Somebody send me a message here so I know that this is working. Oh, good. Hey guys, how's it going? How are you doing on this wonderful Saturday? Well, it's morning for me. Okay, there you are. Hi, Iron Cam. I'm adjusting my temperature here in the room here. It gets warm. Hey, TH, how you doing? Peter, are you in the room here? This is cool. I was wondering how this all was going to hook up technically here because YouTube has to connect with my OBS software so that I can do all kinds of fancy stuff like this, screen share, and all the other stuff that I've got with my OBS software. So it looks like it's working okay. That's good. Awesome. Hey Thomas, how you doing? Where are you guys from? Chris O, how you doing? I could tell there's a little bit of a lag here between my actual talking and it being streamed, so I have to remember that. Oslo, Norway. Oh, cool. Hey, Marco, how you doing? I'd love to get out to your part of the world, Th. I've yet to venture out that way. And Thomas Norton. Oh, both of you guys. Very cool. Well, no surprise. I've got a pretty good audience out in that part of the world. Starting off with Dirty Loops, um, you know that got me a lot of Swedish followers to begin with, and then I just kind of spread out and started doing artists from that part of the world, and developed a really nice following from that part. Hey, Peter. Edurn. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Siblai from Germany. All right, cool. Wow, this is insane. To be able to do this, to live stream, and be able to communicate with people from all over the world. Hey, Matthew Wilkes, what's up? What's up, buddy? Peter Riggs. No way to see some aurora. Oh man, Peter, I've got a really cool Aurora mini concert. It's 3 songs that she did. That's coming up. I already shot the video, and I need to edit it and post it. But it's such a cool video. Let's see if I can tell you where the venue was on that video. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Um, 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 um. Oh, it was the SOS Ole Bull concert in 2020. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but that was something I recently did a reaction for. I haven't edited and posted the video yet, but um, it was really cool. That was such a cool concert. Oh no, Matthew, you caught the COVID, huh? Ah, yikes. Um, Little story about the COVID, man. Well, first of all, heal up soon, brother. I hope it doesn't affect you too much. I hope the symptoms are not too unbearable. Um, hey, Stefan Last. You see, I'm familiar with all your names. This is so cool. A little story about COVID. So Iron Kim and I, we went on a road trip to see the national parks out here. So the first stop we went to was Vegas, which is not a national park, but we stopped there because we were on our way to the Grand Canyon. It was a nice place to spend the night. So we went to the Grand Canyon, and then after that, we went to Zion National Park. Beautiful stuff. And then Bryce came back to Las Vegas and then came back to California and came home. Now, when we were in Bryce, I believe it was Bryce, we went on a big hike, and basically it was a few miles of very steep hiking, and we got to the end of the hike and we went up this thing called Wall Street, and it was basically zigzag cutting up straight up the side of a mountain. And Iron Kim, now the reason why her name is Iron Kim, by the way, is because she's a 2-time Iron Man. So she's no stranger to physical exertion. Well, we started going up the switchback, and she's like turning beet red, and she's huffing and puffing, and I turn around and I'm like, that's not like you. What, are you okay? She's like, yeah, just keep going. So we made our way up to the top, but her eyes were like bulging out of her head. She was like having such a rough time. We finally got to the end, and then we didn't even bring water. We didn't even have the right shoes on. It was stupid. Anyway, we got up to the top, made our way to the car, got some water, went to the bathroom, and we were just like, man, that was more brutal than I thought it was. Well, when we get back, she's talking about having headaches, and I started to have like symptoms of scratchy sinuses, a sore throat, and some other stuff. But I'm like, that happens to me every time I go in a hotel, new environment and all that. So she kept having these headaches. So when we got back, she said, you know what, I'm going to get a COVID test, and I'm going to see my doctor. So she tested positive for COVID. So during that week that we were out, and we think we got it when we were in Vegas, we had no idea. And I'm pretty sure I had COVID too, except by the time we got back, I tested negative. So she tested positive for COVID, and she didn't even know we didn't even know we had it. And then we got back and we quarantined and tried to stay away from people and heal up. But yeah, kind of crazy that we didn't even know we had it. So Matthew, I hope that your symptoms are not too bad. Philip, hi from Switzerland. Mark, Steve Mark, Germany. All right, cool. Buffalo, New York, Chris. Oh, let's see, Stefan Last. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew you're from Sweden. Gulya, is that how you pronounce it? Hey, Annie, how you doing? I remember you. Stockholm. Heck yeah, absolutely, man. Stockholm would be the first place I would stop in Sweden for sure. Sure. Hey, Sapos Muse. Haven't seen you for a while. You haven't been commenting very much these days. You must be busy. Yeah, I would love to go to Stockholm. I'd love to go to Sweden, Norway, Finland. I'd love to visit those countries. We'll get out there at some point. We'll get out there. And Peter in sunny England. Antal, hi from the Netherlands. Oh, very cool. Oh yeah, yeah. Matthew, what are you doing to keep yourself sane? Are you crushing some cool metal music? Oh man, I love the fact, Matthew, that like when I did your request, it was the music from that really really cool video game, and it was so beautiful. And then I'm like, wow, this guy really likes orchestral stuff. And he goes, I also like this other band, and it was like heavy metal, the heaviest of heavy metal. I love the you're very eclectic, man. Oh, this is a lot of fun. We got 22 people. That's cool. What's everyone doing with their weekend? What are you guys up to? Oh, you're Sapphos Muse. You are moving into a new place. Oh wow, renovating a house. That is a lot of work. Oh man, I know how that is. Yeah, when you're a homeowner, it never ends. It never ends. Cool. Thanks, Annie. Yeah, I'll need it. I was hoping that uh, that the Dirty Loops guys would eventually get back home soon. I'd like to go visit Jonah if I go out there, so I got to time it so that when I do come out there, that he's going to be back home, so I can go and hang out with him. Oh, Matthew, yeah, man. Oh boy, I love that suggestion that you had to that video game that I told you I played as well. That music was so beautiful from that. Yeah. Renovating doesn't mix well with my OCD. Oh man. I can't wait to sample the food out there too, because Kim and I Kim and I are total foodies, and we love trying cuisine from all over the world. We love trying different stuff, and that's part of the fun of traveling is to try stuff that you haven't tried before, and yeah. Uh, we hardly run into it to eating things that we don't really like. I mean, we have a pretty wide palate. Journey, that's the name of the song. Yeah, yeah. Or sorry, that's the name of the video game. Journey. Yeah, Kim has OCD too. She does. Kim's massively OCD. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah, it's really it's always a challenge, being a foodie and loving food so much and not exploding and get becoming unhealthy. You know, it's difficult. It's a constant fight for both of us. It's something that we have to constantly be conscious of. Yeah, Kim and I, when we go out to restaurants, it's fun because we like order off. When we're ordering off the menu, it's kind of like playing chess because I'm like, I'm gonna find the best thing on the menu, and then we both order, and then we taste each other's food, and it's like I'll go, oh, you got the better dish. You got me on this one. Oh, Peter, yeah, man, Todd's a great guy. His channel's a lot of fun. Yeah, Peter says thank you for introducing me to Todd Ledbetter. Yeah, Todd and I have been friends since we were in high school, which is a very long time ago. And the funny thing about Todd and our friendship is that Todd Todd's a musician also. He plays bass, mostly bass, and we would find ourselves playing in the same bands but at different times. So like he was in this one band called Pegasus. It was a cover band, and he was playing bass in that band, and then he quit, and then they called me, and I came in and subbed for him. So then I was in that band, and then later on he was in a band called Hollander, and he was on a motorcycle and got hit by another motorcycle, and he had injuries and he couldn't play anymore. So I joined that band. I don't know. I always got called after him, but so we've never played in a band together, but we have played in the same bands. Oh, Stefan Last. So you're what music are you editing? Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is a laborious task to clean that stuff up. I know for sure. What I'm curious to know what software that you're using to do that, because the isotope stuff is pretty good. Yeah, cycling. Yeah, cycling is a great way to stay fit and slim. Kim and I do cycling too, so we're kind of doing the triathlete thing, which is swim, bike, run, and we haven't done a lot of swimming though, have we, Kim? But running, we do a lot of running, and then cycling comes second on that, and we love the cycling. It's a lot of fun. I have CDO. uh, Ever heard of Annie asks? Have you ever heard of Sturstroming? No, I have not. What is that? Sorry, I'm catching up here. Yeah, we're both Peloton junkies. We both have the Peloton treadmills, and Kim has the bike, and then she's got that other thing. I don't remember, Kim. You could help me out what the thing is that you do. That it's a camera, and then she wants to get the rowing machine. Yes, and Kim is highly allergic to all seafood. We've had a couple of scares with that. Yeah, Chris, start your own band together. He's actually playing in a band. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the band. I'm sure he's got it on his site. Um, they've been practicing, and he had said they're about ready to go out and play. So the band Hollander that we were both in, we made an album last year, and or was it the beginning of this year? I think it might have been the beginning of this year. Yeah, yeah, we released it early this year, I think, and we wanted to do some touring or to go out and play live, but our keyboard player is traveling the world because he's retired now, and he and his wife are all over the world. And when I say all over the world, I mean all over the world. He's like in Istanbul one day, and the next he's in Sweden, and then England, and they are just all over the map. Oh yeah, Audacity. I've used that before too. Yeah. Peloton Guide. That's what it is. Thanks, Kim, for that. Yeah, so seafood allergies. So Kim was at my house, and we were sitting down to just have a couple glasses of wine, and I had some wine that my sister had given me, and she was in my kitchen, and she popped the cork. And all of a sudden, I mean, just from popping the cork, and this is what's crazy about this, just from popping the cork, she started to feel itchy. Her throat started to feel itchy. And then she was like, I don't feel right. And then her throat, and then she started having problems breathing. And she's like, I'm going into shock, and we need to go to the hospital. So we jumped in my car, and the hospital, unfortunately, near me or the closest place for treatment is 20 minutes away, unfortunately, because I'm out here in the desert, and it's everything's so spread out. So we get in the car, and I haul ass, and I go through every red light, hoping that a cop would pull me over to give me an escort. And we got there and went in, and they took her in right away and treated her. But it was scary because the intake at the hospital, they have to ask her all these questions, and I'm like, she can't breathe, man. Take care of her, you know. And they were like, so what's your pain on a scale of 1 to 10? And I'm like, she can't. She's purple. That's it. Number purple, you know. Yeah. Yeah, and it's weird because she's not. I mean, we don't know why it happened. There was no seafood in the house, so it was bizarre. Annie, I'd like to try this. Whatever. What is it made of, Annie? What's in this? Um, yeah, yeah, the wine. Yeah, what's in this? Is it a dessert? Is it just an entree? What's in this delicacy that you're speaking of? We would try it. We'll try it. We'll try anything. So I want to take a poll here and find out from you guys, everybody who's on right now. Um, Everybody type in like how you got to my channel. What artist drove you to my channel? I'm really curious. I know that I saw Aurora already, but if you guys could tell me, how did you find me? Who was the artist that got you here? Peter Dirty Loops. Right on. Nightwish. Steve. Awesome, man. I've been so enjoying the Nightwish videos, I gotta tell you. Aurora and Nightwish. Cool. You're eclectic, Peter. Oh, cool. Ginger. Oh man, I can't wait to get back, Antal. I can't wait to get back and do Ginger. I've got 2 of them already that I'm gonna do. I've got on the list that I'm gonna do two of them's coming up. So yes, Aurora for you, Sapphos. Yes. The amazing Angelina Jordan. Kim says, you. Yeah, Matthew, I know you've kind of, come in and out, but probably Dirty Loops. Yeah. Yep. Man, those guys, I'll tell you what. Yeah, it's the craziest thing with the whole meeting and becoming friends with Jonah because I'll just tell you guys a little bit about that. Since I don't talk about it a lot on the channel because I just don't want to don't want to emphasize that too much. But Bay City Rollers, Todd. Hey Todd, how's it going, man? Yeah, the crazy thing with Jonah Nilsson and how we became friends was that I had done one of their songs. I did a reaction to the one of their songs, and this is when I first started to do reactions, and I had not seen Dirty Loops music for some time. I had listened to them early on, and then I took a long break, and then when I started the reaction channel, I thought, hey, this would be a good group. I already know I like them, but I don't know their new stuff. So I started reacting to it, and I got more than I bargained for because when I started doing their songs, I got about maybe 2 or 3, I think it was 3 songs on my third reaction from Dirty Loops. I don't remember what song it was, but it absolutely devastated me. It floored me how good it was. And I got so choked up watching it, and I was in shock by the time I got to the end of the reaction. I was just very emotional and just kind of really trying to convey what I was feeling in the moment. And so I went on, did more videos, and somebody had contacted me and said, hey, you got to check out Jonah's Instagram because he's taken a screenshot of your video and he made a comment. And I was like, oh my gosh. So that alone, just the fact that he saw it was mind blowing for me. That was just like, I can't believe that he even watched it. So that was like more than I could ever imagine, So I went and I saw the Instagram post, and he said something about that my reaction made him cry, and I was that of course, that was just really taken aback by that. And then I jumped on the Instagram Messenger just to thank him. I didn't even expect that he was going to respond to it because, I thought, a lot of these channels are run by other people because these guys don't have the time to do it. So, a lot of this stuff is probably run by somebody else. So I just wanted to leave a message for him. And all I did was thanked him for, his comment. And I remember Kim and I were at, at a restaurant. We were having lunch at a really, really nice place. I think we had filet mignon skewers, if I remember. Kim, you remember that? And I'm sitting there enjoying this wonderful meal, and I'm eating these little bits of filet mignon, and then my phone was sitting out, and it was on Instagram messaging, and I glanced over and I saw the little bubbles. And it caught my eye, and I looked down. I'm like, oh my God, someone's messaging me. I'm like, oh my God, Jonah's messaging me. And and then finally the message popped up, and he's like, oh, hey dude. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed your video. He goes, as soon as I saw it, I sent it to Aaron and Henrik so that they could watch it, and they were blown away by it too. And I'm just sitting here, reading this like I can't believe, I'm like, is this real life? Is this really happening to me? And so he finished, like, it was a really, really big message. And then we went back and forth on it, and messaging back and forth. And then I didn't want to just be too intrusive. So I I kind of backed off of it, and I was like, okay, I'll let him go, because he's such a, I got to tell you guys, from all my interactions with him, and I'm just going to jump for a second to the end of the story here. I've had a lot of interactions with him, and what you see is what you get with this guy. When he is the sweetest, kindest, respectful, generous guy, one of the most generous guys I've ever met. Like I'm nobody, but he takes the time to chat with me, and he befriended me. He treats me like an equal. He doesn't treat me like I'm a fan. He treats me like a buddy, and it's like all of that stuff. He just, he puts aside any of this, the ego and all of that. He doesn't have one. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. So anyway, just to make a long story short, basically, we continued to text each other from that point on, and kind of share what's going on in each other's lives. And then I asked him to do the interview, and he said absolutely no problem. So we did that, and I'm happy to say that we're going to do it. We're going to do it again when the next album finishes, and they put more videos out. He asked me, he goes, can I come back and do another interview with you? And I said, absolutely. So that's going to happen. Anyway, I won't get too much more into the details. I could talk about this forever, but let me check out some of the comments here. Yes. Peter, you're such a softie, Jeff. Ask him if I'm a softie. Ask him if I'm a softie. I'm a softie until you cross me. How's that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Aurora watches reactions too. I had heard about that she had connected with a reactor, and I'll tell you, you never know, man. She may pop up in an interview with me at some point. Stranger things have happened. Oh, it's a fermented herring, Annie. Well, yeah, definitely Kim can't partake in that. Hey, dude, fruitcake. Okay, guys, scroll so that you can see the guy that said fruitcake above, Sizzle Man. That is the keyboard player from Hollander, the band that I play with. And Sizzle Man, where are you at right now? I was telling everybody about you. I was saying how you're just globetrotting all over the place. Yeah, I know. I had to replace your PRS here with my my Fender Squire signed by the guys in the tubes. Sorry, they outranked you. Oh. Cats 2012. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. Lynn Smith. It's evening for you, huh? Yeah. Oh, Annie, you're making me hungry. People put it in a soft tortilla like bread together with sliced potatoes, chopped red onions, and butter, and roll it. Oh my God, that sounds so good. Oh man. I'm a softie until you cross me. Okay, I'm gonna make shirts. I'll send you one. Oh, thanks, D-Ray. Thank you, brother. Oh, so Sizzleman, you're in the UK now. I can't keep up with you. Sizzleman has, you guys got to check this out. So Sizzleman, his name is Kevin. He has a killer travel YouTube channel called Global Geezers. Look him up, man. This guy and his wife, Sarah, beautiful people, man. They go all over the world, and it's so much fun. So Global Geezers, check them out. Peter asked, did you see Aurora's alphabet video? I have not seen an alphabet video from her. Oh, Kevin, you're flying out to Singapore on Wednesday. Awesome, dude. Bart, you're like, oh, I'm good. I already ate. Yeah, Kim, help me remember that slogan, and then I'll make some shirts. That's cool. Oh my gosh, yeah. Stefan, last your comment about Aurora, doing an interview with her. I've seen some interviews with her. Oh my gosh, she is such a great person to sit down and talk to. Um, she is so witty, great sense of humor, and she's also obtuse. Man, sometimes she just goes off the wall, says the most crazy stuff, and really disarms the interviewer. Which I've seen, like people, like she'll come off and say something, and then they're like, they're in shock. It's really, really cool. Oh, you got to go to work, Sap Boss Muse. All right, well, have a good one. Good luck with the house too. Thanks for coming, JT. Will you ever do a cappella stuff like voice play? I'm not familiar with voice play. I know that um, Bob C. Selensky. I can't remember. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his last name, but Bob and I are friends too, through YouTube. We send each other messages back and forth, and I know that he's done them because I see his videos pop up, but I haven't watched them, so I'm not exactly sure what they do. I'm not opposed to doing. I mean, there's if I haven't done it on the channel, then either I don't know who they are. I don't know anything about the band. Nobody's requested it. Or I just don't think that it's up to the caliber that is I would say worthy for the channel. And I'm not, saying that with my ego. I'm saying that there is a lot of stuff out there that just I don't think really cuts it. That really I would say that I just there isn't any content in it that I can say is special. And if I'm going to be doing reactions to videos, I really got to be interested in it. I don't just do them. I don't do it for money, certainly, because I don't earn very much money doing this. It's very, very. It's not very lucrative, and I got to get something out of it if I'm spending my time to sit down and set everything up and do the editing and all that. It's got to be something I really like. So I've seen a lot of music. I've played a lot of music. I've written a lot of music. So my standards are at a place where like it has to hit a certain threshold before I can play it. Now I'm not saying anything about the band that you mentioned, Voice Play, because I don't know who they are, and they're probably awesome. But that's just one of the criteria, or one of the things that I look for in a group, so that they appear on the channel. Oh, Bart, let's see. Did you see Angelina sing for Jonathan Sugarfoot Moffat, Michael Jackson's drummer? I have not, and I know who Sugarfoot is, Mr. Sugarfoot Moffat. I love that. I love this guy. If you've ever seen interviews with him, he's such a cool character. I've not seen that, but I'd like to. I definitely would like to see that. Yes, Aurora is like a box of chocolates. Oh yeah, Matthew. So I love these guys. You're talking about Matthew says, "Aha, Jeff, this is why I suggested the Enigma division to you. Haha, they're up and coming, fresh and due to release their debut album and have a monster cast of musicians and features." Totally agree with you, dude. They're definitely on the channel. They're coming on the channel for sure. These guys, I heard 10 seconds, Matthew, and I was like, boop, they go on the spreadsheet. Peter says, you always discard my choices. Well, join the club, buddy, because a lot of people don't get their choices. And just to give you an idea, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a little something here, just so that you know how crazy this job of doing this is. Okay, I brought this up before. This is the spreadsheet of the things that I'm playing, what I have played, what I'm going to play. And if you've been following the channel, you're probably familiar with what's been played already. Look, I had a day off. One day. But yeah, recently I played all of this stuff here. And then today is this is today. And then also this morning I released Typhoons on Patreon. That's what the P is for here. And we are here. Live stream just for fun. And then tomorrow I'm releasing a really cool breakdown of the song Teen Town, which I have this. I'm being cheeky here by saying Teen Towns because this is the Weather Report / Jaco Pastorius song Teen Town that all of these bass players have covered. Jaco, the original, Marcus Miller, Michael Manring, and Richard Bona. These guys are playing their renditions of Teen Town. So I brought it all together and consolidated it into one video, and I comment about it. So that's cool. Don't miss that. That's a lot of fun. Monday, I've got coming up Kent Nishimura. This guy, this was a request from a new patron, and I'll tell you, man, this video blew my mind. This guy's playing acoustic guitar. He's playing the Michael Jackson song Man in the Mirror, and he covers all the parts, including the drums, the vocal part, everything on acoustic. So it's amazing. Okay, then I got a request from another new patron. He wanted me to see this song by Lewis Cole, who is from Nowhere and Clowncore, and he's playing with the Metropole Orchestra, which I've done a number of songs from the Metropole Orchestra. And he asked for me to do a song called Dry Rain. And after I did Dry Rain and enjoyed that, the video continued into another song, and I was going to stop it and edit it out, and it grabbed me, and I let it go, and the second song absolutely floored me. It was called Scary Ballad. You don't want to miss this video. I was in tears, literally in tears from listening to that one. And then this is another patron asked me to look at a band called Bad Bad Not Good. These are on Patreon, but yes. Oh, sorry. I couldn't release this on YouTube because the video is private and I would get shut down because I managed to grab the video. It's a concert video. This Lewis Cole thing was a concert video, and I managed to grab it off of YouTube before they shut it down. So I didn't want to put my reaction back up on YouTube because it would get shut down immediately. So what I wanted to show you is so this is my schedule. It's a schedule down here. Then I got something called the Batter's Box. So the Batter's Box is all the songs that I need to edit, that I need to shoot the reaction to, I need to edit, and I need to post, and then it ends up on my schedule. So you can see I don't have anything scheduled for Thursday, October 13th and beyond. But this is the list of things that I have. And you can see it's quite extensive. This list continues to grow, and it's difficult to, because I'm trying to play catch up, and this is why I release every day, because I get so many requests from people that I'm trying to honor, and some of it is like from Patreon that they get the priority because they pay to have a video, and so I got to give them top priority along with the donation requests that I get. And those guys get top priority too, because they pay for it. So I got to make sure that that I act quickly on that stuff. Then it comes into like bands that I've done before, like a new song for a band that I've done before, because I just started getting going on that band and I really liked the band. So I'm like, okay, I got to do another one. So that's why you see Ginger and Angelina Jordan's in here. You can see Crimea River's in here. And then another Mark Martel, because I've been doing him, and then some new stuff that's in here too. Another Love Bites, another Aurora thing. So here's an Aurora thing up here. There's an Aurora thing down here. Valery Stepanov. Now, mind you, this is not a list that's necessarily in order or that can't be added or subtracted to, because I'm constantly tweaking the batter's box here, and stuff comes in and out of this. So if you don't see something you suggested on here, doesn't mean that it's not going in. It means that I have not yet gone into my, hold on, phone and taken the screenshots from my phone and put them into the Excel spreadsheet. So when I'm doing this and I get a comment or a suggestion, I take a screenshot of it. So I've got all these screenshots of the stuff that people have asked for, and then I have to kind of migrate them over. Here are some past, here's all of May, all of June, all of July, August, September. So that's kind of how I do this crazy little thing here. So let me get back to comments. Hey Todd, thank you, man. Oh, thank you for your donation, brother. Okay, let me catch up with the comments here. Let's see. Oh, Kim. Yes. Oh, Kim. Okay, you're asking Peter if, for those of you who are on Patreon, did you catch that video I put this morning? The Royal Blood video of Typhoon. Oh my God, these guys. Oh God, this is a new band. Never heard of them. Kim turned me on to these guys, and they absolutely floored me. JT, they have extremely talented bass vocalist named Jeff Castellucci, who does some solo work as well. Would that be Jeff Castellucci? Is he in Royal Blood? That's what you're saying? Hey Z, oh, I just saw you, buddy. Zatoich Miyamoto. I don't know how to pronounce your name, buddy. I call you Z. Chris, you'll never get caught up. We'll just add more. No kidding, buddy. No kidding. Yeah, Peter. I've got Sophia on there, buddy. I did not forget that. Oh, as far as Nightwish is concerned, also you didn't see that on the list because I already know that I've got Nightwish in a weekly rotation. There's another tab here, just so that there's no confusion. My requests. Okay, so this is my rotation here. So these are the groups that I always come back to. So they don't have to appear in the batter's box, because when I'm ready to do one, I'll just go find a video to do. And you all know that I'm already doing the Walk-In 2013 concert for Nightwish, and I've got the last tune on that concert to do, and then lots more coming for Nightwish, because I haven't seen their other two singers that they had, so that's coming up. And I'm always doing Dimash, Mark Martel, always doing Snarky Puppy, Aurora, Angelina Jordan, and Love Bites is new for the rotation. And then I'm always doing Valery Stepanov. And there may be more that I have on here, but I just didn't want to forget what those are. Oh, sorry. Let me show you guys. I thought I had that screen on. Anyway, so this is the rotation that I was talking about. These are the mainstays that I try to do once a week or bi-weekly, once every other week possibly. I don't think I've ever been more stacked up with requests than I am currently. But I'm trying. Oh, Kim! Let's see, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Let's see. I want Royal Blood if you're doing any live reactions today. Oh, let me pull that up. Let me pull that up for you. Let's see. Okay. Royal Blood. Howard Stern. Let's see. Hopefully this will work.
When you talk about the process of this song,
let's see. Okay, I'm going to do a little test here to see if this is working. And you tell me if you're hearing the audio on this.
When you talk about the process of this song, did it come to you quickly?
Yeah. I mean, the first half of our album.
Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that audio? Before I play this video, I want to make sure that that's working. Yeah, let me know if you're able to hear and see.
Did it come to you quickly?
See this?
Yeah. I mean, the first half of our album.
I think it's working, but yep, you can hear it. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, let's get into this. I'm going to do a live reaction of Royal Blood, song called "Figure It Out," live on the Howard Stern Show. This is 2015. Oh, I'm excited. Any more info? No, that's it. So these are the guys. Oh, thank you for your donation, Kim. I appreciate that. Let's check this out, guys.
When you talk about the process of this song, did it come to you quickly?
Yeah. I mean, the first half of our album fell together within a few weeks, and we recorded the first half in about 2 days. We thought we were just demoing these tunes.
Right.
No one knew who we were.
Isn't that great, though, to have the casual approach? Hey, this is just like a demo.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you don't stress about it.
A lot of it's one take, you know.
Look at his amp setup.
Yeah. Ben's.
Those are guitar amps.
Drum take
on top
is the take.
And a
on
big
the record.
Fat
awesome.
I think the third
cabinet on for the bottom,
which is why it's
for the bass part.
So do both of you show up with a tune at different times?
Yeah. So take me through the process of,
Yeah.
let's say, Figure It Out. So where does this occur?
So Figure It Out would have started with the intro riff, and then
you had that intro riff in your head that was floating around.
Yeah. I think I was messing around with just with that, and someone had just taught me how to hammer on and hammer off with one hand.
I'm impressed with that hammering thing you're doing. You don't even seem to be pulling on the strings. You're just hammering away on the top part of your bass.
I'm a bit of a show off, you see, Howard.
You
I like
are
to,
showing off.
Any opportunity to point one hand in the air, I'm gonna grab the ball by the horns.
You guys look at each other a lot when you play. You need those visual cues, right?
Absolutely. I have to see some of the stuff.
It's like a marriage.
Pedals.
And so when you have a little idea, you
wonder what those white pedals are sitting on top of the amps.
Start to jam together.
That's right. Yeah. Every song has started with
what those
feels
splitters?
Like a small, weak, feeble idea.
All
Sometimes on an acoustic as well.
I know
and then
they
we
make
bring it to this and see
a white
what
pedal that's a splitter,
Here's
but I'm not sure
called
what that is.
Figure It Out. You boys did this by you had a little idea. You thought you were making a demo tape. You made this and it turned into a hit song. Here we go. You ready? Can you handle this?
We're ready.
All right, go ahead, boys.
Nothing here to see, just a kill out me, trying to cut some teeth, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm here trying to figure it out. Getting hard to sleep,
Oh,
and it's in my dreams, love is killing me,
Oh my
trying to
God.
figure it out.
Hear that bass? I mean, it sounds like two guys.
Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm here trying to figure it out.
That bass is coming through so nicely. He cuts the bass off. He brings the bass in and out to make it sound like another guy.
I'll let it go, 'cause I want to see you later and we're not allowed to talk it out. Said I'd go,
Wow.
myself on show, but I'm still trying to figure it out. Broke my shoe, trickle fell on you, but you didn't know I planned it out. So let it go, 'cause I want to see you later and we're not allowed to figure it out.
Oh. Wow. Oh, yeah, he's got a whammy pedal.
Nothing here to see, just a kill out me, trying to cut some teeth, trying to figure it out.
It's hard to work a whammy pedal in those long, pointy boots. Trust me. I've worn boots on stage and it's a pain in the ass for your pedals. Ooh. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's got a harmony on it. That's so nice.
Holy
Woo!
mackerel. That is something fun to watch.
Oh, that was smoking.
That is
That
crazy.
is amazing.
Two guys. Two guys. Oh my gosh. Wow. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Wow, 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 wow. Kevin, a little dragonfly there. Kevin and I wrote a song called Dragonfly, and it did sound like a dig a dig 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 a dig a dig and did it. That's great. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Charles B. Yeah, JT. I did one video of Charles B. You could look it up in my collection of videos. Check that out. He's awesome. Really, really, really awesome. Mono Neon, yeah, a big fan of Mono Neon. He shows up in a number of the videos that I've done with the drum, like the Zildjian drum stuff. He's in a lot of that. Yeah, love the guy. Yeah, Kim. So yeah, like we were talking about, Typhoon got blocked. So the other video I did by Royal Blood, Typhoon, which is a great music video, killer tune. I tried to upload that onto YouTube, and it got blocked, and so I had to move it to Patreon, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't understand these artists that block their videos, because it's like, to gain the popularity that all these artists want, I mean, the more that people hear them and know about them, the more it benefits them. I mean, like as reactors, we don't really earn any money, you know, a couple of bucks here and there, but you know, they get more benefit out of the reaction channels that have a lot of viewers that are seeing this stuff for the first time, that draws them ultimately back to the artist. So that's the one thing about Angelina Jordan that really impresses me, because pretty much most I don't know if all, but definitely very high percentage of her videos are not locked down. So when I do reactions from them, it's either shared revenue or it's not. There's no copyright claim. There's no copyright claims or blocking on Angelina's videos. They're monetized for me, and because of that, a lot of reactors do her videos, and so more people know who she is. Makes sense, right? Let's see. Okay, so I got a let's report that guy. Okay, how to get out a bot. I don't have to get my nephew to suggest stuff. He just suggests stuff to me when he sees it. Well, that yes, it is the copyright holder that is responsible, but you know, it's the arrangement that they have, because I've published stuff on YouTube also, and I could choose whether or not I want to clamp down the publishing on it. But you know, bands are usually in favor. I hope that they are, Chris. I hope that the bands are in favor of it. But yeah, I'm not sure why some bands over others, you know, have issues with it. But I will tell you this. The reason why I'm saying the bands have something to do with it is because I had an interaction with one of these pro artists that contacted me, and even though the song was not blocked, it was a copyright claim on it. I was able to play it on the channel. They contacted me and asked me to pull it down anyway, even though it was allowed on YouTube. And in this circumstance, I don't want to say who it is, but in this circumstance, I thought it was really stupid, because it was an older musician, an older artist that I think a lot of people may not know. A lot of the younger generation may not know who he is. I know who he is because I'm old. So, but I'm like, you know, trying to explain to them, like, because they're concerned that I was earning a few pennies off of the video, and I was like, I don't earn anything off of this. This is like nothing. I mean, you know, it's a few cents off of that video, but you know, I said I was hoping to, because I respect the artist, you know, and it was the artist's partner that was contacting me, and I was saying, look, there's a whole bunch of people that don't know who that artist is. As much as you like to think that it's true, it's not. A lot of people don't know who that artist is. So I'm trying to bring the artist to the channel, because I like the artist, to be able to kind of get people to know who he is, and you know, therefore you'll get more interest in your artist. But it was an old school, because it's an old artist. It was an old school mentality about, you know, locking this stuff down. So I said, okay, fine. No longer will I play this artist on my channel. Hoyer man, hey man, yeah. I see you pop up in the comments. Good to have you from Scotland. Oh, yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Ginger, teacher. Cool. Okay. Hey, Ty. Yeah, if you can, Antal, if you can put your suggestion into like the Ginger video that I did, and put your request in there, and then like put from live stream in parentheses, and then I'll remember that that you suggested that, and then we'll see if we can get that on the list. I know that they have a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, I didn't start off with Pisces, which is what most reactors start off with, and I'm good with that, because the person that told me to do the one that I did, they said, I know most reactors start off with Pisces and they kind of go in this, down this path and everything like this, but this, I actually prefer this song. I really like this song, so I'd rather have you do this song. So I didn't do Pisces. So that's still on the list to do, but I'm really glad that person didn't just point me in the direction that everyone else gets pointed in, and I did the other Ginger song, because that tune was killer and the music video was awesome. I actually got really excited because of that video. Yeah, Hoyerman, you probably missed that I had mentioned to everybody that I've got a Michael Manring thing coming up here. So October 9th tomorrow. See, Michael Manring's name is in here. He does a version of Teen Town. So that is coming up tomorrow. So tune in so you can see that. Hey, Sarah. Kevin says, Sarah says hi. Ty, yeah, buddy. By the way, if I get your gender wrong, I'm sorry, because it's hard to tell sometimes from the name. So I apologize if I'm not calling you by the proper thing. But yes, the spreadsheet. I have to, and I wasn't doing it before when I started off. I got to a point where I had to do the spreadsheet because people were coming back pissed off at me, because they're like, man, I requested this like 2 months ago and you said you were going to do it. And I'm like, oh, crap. You're right. I forgot. So I kept forgetting stuff, and then that would piss people off. And I was like, okay, well, I got to do better. So that's why I got the spreadsheet. JT, Vortex is my favorite from Ginger. Cool. Oh, you saw Hoyerman saw Snarky Puppy recently. I have yet to see them live. Yeah, I'm sure it was awesome. Yona Lee, dude, Stefan Last. Oh my gosh, I love Yona Lee. I absolutely will do more if you can. I Am Who I Am is her band. Yeah. If you can do the same thing, go on the Yona Lee video that I did, and I gave that, like, man, that was like one of my favorites. I put a gold ribbon in the corner of the thumbnail to say this is awesome. If you can, go on that video and make a suggestion of what song from her that you would like to see, and then put in parentheses also from live stream, so that I know. Anders, you're going to see Snarky. Cool. Kevin and Sarah, boy, I'll tell you, what an adventure you guys are on. All the places that you're seeing and all the food that you're tasting. You do in your videos on the Global Geezers channel. I know, like, you show your videos with the food, and I'm like I'm salivating, and then you come back and go, and this cost $1.25 or something, something along those lines. Oh, Peter, let's see, you up for doing a Birdland remake or review? Is there a Birdland remake? Yeah, put a request up there. I don't know, or send me an email or something to let me know. Send me a link to it so I can see what that is. Beast in Black. They open for Nightwish often, but headline on their own as well. Unique modern 80s synth metal. I've not heard of them, so I'll have to check them out and see what they're about. I think another group that I will be playing on the channel, I think they're called Epica. I've got a lot of requests for Epica and Opeth also, because I just did a dual reaction with Todd. I'll be playing Opeth on the channel, and some more Rammstein, because we did that together too. Bart, you're going to see The Cure in November. Wow, how cool. They have new songs? Wow. Oh, very cool. Bart, I'm curious to know, what are your top, one or two songs from The Cure? I'd love to hear what your top songs from The Cure are. Oh, Lynn, I've heard of Fanny. I'm not familiar with them, but I have heard of this all-girl group. London Grammar. Ty, what is the London Grammar group? I don't know who they are. Definitely send me a link with something that you really like. Sabaton. Yeah, totally. Anders, I saw Sabaton. I got to tell you my little Sabaton story. So they opened, let's see, Delane opened for Sabaton. No, Sabaton opened for Delane and opened for Nightwish many, many years ago. I saw this concert. This is before I knew who Nightwish was. I knew one song from Nightwish, Wishmaster, but I went to see this concert with a friend because he was heavily into Nightwish, and then these other bands opened for him. It was a great lineup because all of these bands were really, really great. It's Sabaton. It was they have a military thing, or at least they did when I saw them. They have kind of a military, like a U.S. military vibe to them. But the lead singer, they went through most of their set, and then I believe that the lead singer had brought a kid up on stage, and they're doing some sort of antics and tomfoolery with this kid. And he was on the mic, and they're talking and stuff. But the lead singer is hilarious. This guy had me in stitches. I was rolling on the ground, I was laughing so hard at what this guy was saying. He's so witty and so funny. And I hope it's the same lead singer that's with him today, because this guy was a total treat. Oh yeah. Yeah, please, Ty, send me something on Patreon about London Grammar. I'm really, really curious. I like the idea, two guys and a girl. I'm guessing the girl's the singer? Yes, Rammstein is weirdly attractive as a group. They're very compelling to watch. Oh, Charlotte went solo. I've not kept up on Delane. That's cool. I really enjoyed Delane. I was really surprised at how good the warm-up groups are, because I'm used to crap warm-up bands. But all three of these groups were killing it that night. Yeah, Bart, I know they do, but I got to have your top, man. Give me your top two. I did like the Calandra. I have not circled back. Just like Yona Lee and Calandra, and there's other groups that I've done these one-off videos that I've not had a chance to come back and do. But TH, if you've got something, and you may have already suggested it, but hit me up again. Put live stream in parentheses, in all caps if you can, just so it sticks out on the Calandra video I have up there with your suggestion, and I'll take a look at it. Sabaton has a tank on stage. I don't doubt it. That's awesome. Joaquin Broden. Okay, very cool. The guy's awesome, man. The guy's just so much fun. Great front man. Great front man. Oh, I heard that Sabaton's drummer is Floor's husband. I heard about that because then they toured together, so that's probably why they interacted with each other. I've heard of Churches. I have heard of that group. I don't know a lot about them, but I have heard of the group. Just Like Heaven and Pictures of You. Oh man, those are great tunes. You know what song I like, Bart? Caterpillar, from The Cure. It's such a quaint little odd piece of music, and he does these glisses that have delay on it and stuff. Robert Smith is just he likes to do weird stuff sometimes, but Caterpillar, you probably know the song, but I really like that tune. But yeah, how can you not love the two that you mentioned? Have you seen early footage of The Cure? How different Robert Smith looks? Oh my gosh! Well, he really came into that look, didn't he? Oh, okay. Snarky's support act in Glasgow was Michelle Willis, who also sings in the track they did with Laura Mavola. Okay. And Some. I'm not familiar with that. New Aussie album? Anders, there's a new Aussie album? Oh, you got to tell me more about that. All right, Bart, have fun at the movies, man. What are you seeing? Yeah, Ty, I hear you, man. I hear you. The hair's the same, but the body changes as time goes on. Unfortunate, isn't it? Yeah, it's so interesting. Like with the Smiths, that early footage, and Robert Smith has short hair, and you hear that that voice coming out. He hasn't fully gotten into it 100% yet, but that voice is recognizable, and it's funny seeing like a different haircut and different, you could see his face completely, and to hear that voice, it's almost like it's some other guy doing an impression of him. Jacob Collier. I'd love to do Jacob Collier. A lot of times Jacob's videos get blocked and they end up on Patreon. But what they do, a lot of times that I will open it up to the public so that they could see the reaction. I keep seeing like stuff pop up for him from a live concert that he did. Yeah, solo live piano album. Yeah. I will always come back to Jacob. If you have a suggestion of what you'd like to see, let me know, because I will always do Jacob on the channel. Peter says, my daughter's listening to Eric Clapton today. What is the favorite early 80s music? Yeah, so in the 80s, Peter, I was heavily into anything new wave. When the 80s hit, man, that was my thing, was all the new wave stuff. Oh, Bart. Oh, you're going to see the Don't Worry Darling movie. Oh, okay. I like to know what you think of that. I haven't seen it. But I know about it. I know what's going on with that one. Ooh, looks like a nice little lineup on the Ozzy album with Jeff Beck, Zach Wilde, Eric Clapton, Tony Iommi, Mike McCready. Cool. New songs from The Cure, Alone, and End Song. Cool. I'd like to hear. I got to check that out because I want to hear what they're doing now, and if they've stayed in that vein, that they have established over the years, if it sounds like their older stuff. And Eric Clapton plays on one of the new Ozzy albums. What? Eric Clapton is on an Ozzy? You're kidding me, man. Seriously? Oh, yeah, Matthew. I have been wanting to get back to that Lua video, because I know Jacob and Morrow did a song together, and I've had that this was before the spreadsheet because I lost it. Thank you for reminding me. If you can send that to me or put it on a video or something, and so that I could go back to it. Morrow graced us all in the comments when I did one of her videos. I've done 2 Morrow videos, and she left a comment in appreciation of my reaction, which is like one of the benefits of doing this is, and also it's shocking at times because I don't expect that the artists that I am reacting to actually see the videos, but now I do, because I've gotten so many comments from the artists that I have done on the channel, a lot. And that's always mind blowing when these guys, when the artist comes and drops me a message, personal message. That's awesome. Stefan last. Yes, getting older sucks. What did you say? I like to say I'm expanding as a person. Yeah, thanks, Lynn. The Nightwish Live at Hellfest 2022. I got another request to watch that as well. Yeah, boy, to see Jacob Collier live in his whole thing. I know he includes the audience a lot, in his live performances, and yeah, it's definitely an experience, I'm sure. Oh yeah, the It's a Me Maro. Yeah, that's I pulled off a video from that as well. She has a lot of those. Maro has a lot of those It's a Me Maro videos. So I'll have to check that one out. Oh, brought you to tears. Oh boy, I love that. Magda Triple X2, please demosh the story of One Sky. It's mind blowing. So that's his new thing, right? Isn't it like it's like a 14-minute video or something? Magda, is that am I right about that? That's Demosh's new video, right? Anders, yes. Oh my gosh, Nightwish has so many great tunes. I'd have to say probably. Hey Git, good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, the Nightwish stuff. I'd have to say, out of all the stuff that I've watched, there's a lot of stuff that is like in my top 5 for sure. But I think the one that blew me away the most was Romanticide. That one was the one that I couldn't catch my breath. Every note of that song, every change, everything that they did in that song was masterful. So I really enjoyed that, and that's why I am doing that guitar breakdown of that song and taking the time to do that, because of how much I love that tune. Jeff, you deserve the respect and love. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that, man. Thanks, Git. Thank you for stopping by. Hi from Italy, Gianna. Yes. Gianna, Italy is on the top of my list of places to go outside of the U.S. Sweden too, but Italy, top of my list. I cannot wait to go there and taste the food. Oh man, I am so looking forward to that, and of course the sights and the people. Matteo Mancuso is an absolute monster. I know you said you love my reaction for Matteo. I'll do more of him. I'll do Matteo all day long. That guy is just he's at the top. He's at the top. His ability is just unmatched. Love this guy's playing. Oh, bye, Stefan Last. Thank you so much for coming by. Oh, thanks, Todd. Yeah, I'm hoping that I was a little concerned when I was doing the breakdown of Romanticide that it wouldn't be of much interest to people, but it looks like people are interested in it, even if they're not musicians. They're kind of they like to break down, and I'm getting some pretty good views on it. So I was hoping that I would, because I'd like to do more of that kind of stuff on the channel, not just reaction videos, but I like to do more musical content like that. The reaction videos are fun and they're easy to do and they're quick, but I'd like to offer more. To be honest with you, I don't consider myself a reactor, as stupid as that may sound. That's just kind of something that I kind of fell into. I didn't intend to be a reactor. It's just kind of something that gained popularity and I stuck with it. But, I have a lot more to offer than just reacting to videos, because of my background in music, and I want to share more of that side of me on the channel. Hopefully I'll get to do that more and more. But yes, I'd like to do more songs where I break down the parts, not only guitar, but I could break down bass parts and stuff like that too, and I think that'd be fun. Yeah, Kevin, I know you're in Italy, man. I'm so jealous. Good stuff. Thank you, JT. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, Kim and I, we love to vacation. We love to travel. We've only been able to do it locally because, at first it was because of the pandemic, and so we started getting out more based mostly in California. But Kim's a teacher, so it's hard for her to get time off. And when she does, we'd like to definitely leave the U.S. and check out some things outside of the U.S. Aviano, Italy. Oh, interesting, Peter. Antal. Okay, well you win the you win the award of the most provocative and entertaining question for me. Jeff, if you could choose any band to play a song with live, which one would it be? Dirty Loops. Dirty Loops. Yeah, absolutely. They'd be number one. And then Snarky Puppy. They're very close, but Dirty Loops, near and dear to my heart. I'm wearing a Snarky Puppy shirt, but then I've got a lot of Dirty Loops stuff here. But yeah, Dirty Loops and then Snarky Puppy for sure. Hi from the Ukraine. Hot Possum. Welcome. Yeah, Todd, the solo is really interesting, man. I'm going to have to spend some time to really break that down and try to do the best job I can. The studio version and the live version of the solo from Romanticide are slightly different. So I'm going to try to do the live solo. If I could hear all the notes, and hopefully I'll do a good enough job with that. It may not be exactly perfect because it's hard picking stuff off of the live recording. Elin Mayan. Yeah, if you got a link, get a link to me if there's a song that you want me to listen to. I see Mateo in concert with PFM, great rock progressive band, Monster. Oh, cool. Hoyerman, another great question, man. With all the guitars behind you, who inspired you to play guitar? For me, it was Brian May from Queen. Such a unique sound. So, growing up, I listened to a lot of what was going on at that time, which are bands like Aerosmith and Led Zeppelin. And believe it or not, when I was young, one of the biggest influences on me for playing guitar was Kiss. I know, right? But Ace Frehley is actually a really, really good rock guitar player. He really is, in spite of all the corny stuff that is still near and dear to my heart. I still have good feelings about that band from being a kid, and being a kid and the makeup and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like I'm in the demographic, man, the target audience, being a kid to like that stuff. But I used to learn to play guitar by learning Ace Frehley's guitar solos. So that started me off. But I kind of phased out of that and got more into jazz fusion. And that's when I got really serious about playing guitar, because then I was listening to Frank Gambale and Alan Holdsworth. Scott Henderson, who's not very well known, but one of the most incredible guitar players that I've heard in a long time. At that time, these were the top guys. So I did a lot of fusion playing, learned a lot of technique during that time, and yeah, that's kind of the path that I took. Oh, he sent me a Cash App request. Let's see. Yeah, thanks, by the way. Giving me donations through Cash App and other means is nice for me because YouTube doesn't take like a chunk of it. All right. Well, I don't see an alert for it yet. Maybe it's still coming up, but let's see. Oh, there it is. Just came up. Oh, brother, dude, thank you so much, man. Yes, The Escapist, absolutely. Oh, do you want me to check that out now, or do you want me to do a proper video of it? Matthew, come back and let me know. Because I definitely can do it. I could do it on here if you want me to. Hopefully it won't get blocked. I don't know if that will happen. Hopefully not. But yeah, Matthew, let me know if you want me to do it right now, do it live, or if you want it for later. Oh, Hoyerman, yeah, do you have a similar shirt? It's a nice shirt. Anders, me and my friends were diehard Kiss fans. Swore we'd never listen to any other music. Thank God we failed. That's great. Okay, Matthew, you got it. I'll do a proper video of that. I'll expedite that one for you, buddy. I'll get that up ASAP for you. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that, man. Okay, let's see. Oh, I thought it was David Bowie. Not for guitar. Not for guitar. As far as artists that I love, David Bowie was top of the list. Kate Bush, band called XTC out of Swindon, and yeah, those are like my top ones. Oh, I'd love to play live with Bowie. Yes. Well, I would have loved to have met with the guy. I would have loved to have gone to dinner with him and hang out and chat with him. Yes, and I would have loved to have played with him too. That would have been awesome. But I think the other choices that I made were basically based on pushing myself technically as a musician to see if I could hang. Lynn, I had that Steve Vai playing the Hydra that was on a list that I lost actually. If you can, Lynn, yeah, find a way to get that request to me. I mean, because it's going to be hard for me to backtrack and find the requests in this stream. So if you can somehow get me a reminder on that one. Alberto Bravin from PFM is Big Train's new singer. Oh, really? Oh, that, Todd, I'll tell you, man, I'm a big fan of Big Train also, man. It was heartbreaking to hear that the lead singer had died, because that guy's voice was so much the identification for me of that band. When I hear that guy's voice, I think, that's Big Train when you hear that guy's voice. Very heartbreaking. Kim and I would listen to Big Train when we were up in Cambria a lot, and near and dear to my heart. Yeah, Matthew, dude, when I put that up there, please, please let them know. And, if it works out, maybe I can interview these guys. Mark Gallagher, dude, Mark Gallagher, your viewers have only seen a glimpse of what an awesome player you are. Oh, brother. You could play with anybody. Thank you so much. So, okay, I got to bring some attention to Mark here. I know he's going to hate me for this, but if you all can see, there's someone in the stream called Mark Gallagher. This guy, he has been like my mentor for years, and we have played together a lot of church worship gigs, and he would show up with these, like, I think he had a 6-string, right? 6-string bass. And I'm like, who is this dude with a 6-string bass? And like, we're playing these songs and they're not too technical, they're not supposed to be. Supposed to be worshipful songs. And we all do the job, and then we got to be good friends. And then we'd get together on the off time. And then I got to see him really play. And I was like, I remember the first time he played Donna Lee for me on the bass. My jaw was on the ground. I mean, he played faster than I can on guitar. He's played on a bass. And I was like, oh my gosh. 7-string. It was a 7-string. Oh my gosh. 6-string didn't sound right. It was a 7-string. And this guy handled this 7-string like it was nothing. Oh my gosh, the neck was like a washboard, man. It was like this. The neck was like this thick, this wide. Oh man, talk about an incredible bass player, man. Probably one of the best guys I've ever played with. Definitely, yeah, yeah. Mark, you have to be the best player I've ever played with. Best bass player I've ever played with. Hi, Mima. Yeah. Yeah, I saw your message before too. I'll definitely do that one. I know it's a long one, but I will do it. I haven't done Dimash in a little while, and because of that, I'll do this longer video because I have been swamped with so much other stuff that I've been doing. So I got to give Dimash a little love, a little more airtime here. So I'll do that. I'll do that 14-minute video. You don't even have to give me a message on that because that one's already on my list. Ted Green. I know all about Ted Green. I've not seen him on YouTube. He's got a lot of instructional stuff. The guy's a legend. Yeah. Yeah, I want to make sure. Mima, I'm going to make sure I'll put this on the spreadsheet. The story of one sky. I'm going to make sure that I've got this. I do not want to forget this. Let me get this on my spreadsheet. Done. Okay. It's fun watching your comments. Fix a jamming session with you and Dirty Loops live stream. Would love to see that. Well, I've hinted at doing some playing guitar with Dirty Loops to Jonah, and he's like, "Yes, send me some music. Let me hear you." Mark. Yeah. No, you didn't pay me. You didn't pay me $50 to say that. Yeah. Yeah, you guys. I mean, no one on on the stream, I've ever had issues, with. Obviously you guys are here and you're part of this channel, but it does get challenging sometimes when I do an artist whose fans are rabid, who are very extremely fanatical, which I've had experiences with certain artists where they're contentious, and some of them are like they fight, on the channel, in the comments, and they fight with each other, and they want to pick a fight with me, and it's challenging dealing with that, and Kim knows this too, because sometimes I just have to tune out, shut it off or whatever, walk away, because the intent of some people on the channel, they either want to display that they're the authority, that I'm not, so they want to look for me to make a mistake, and sometimes they fabricate stuff in a way where I didn't say something, but then they heard it in a certain way, and then they bring it up and say you're wrong about something, even though I'm seeing a song and an artist for the first time and I don't know anything about them. That there are some viewers out there who want to show that they know more than anybody else about the artist, and so that's challenging, because that's why they come to the channel, is just to kind of show that they're the experts. And then there are people who come to the channel to tell me they don't like it, which I'm not sure what the motivation of that is. I don't quite understand that. I'm still trying to reconcile that, why somebody comes to the channel and they say I didn't like that, or I hate that, or that sucked, or that guy sucks, whatever, to take the time to say that you don't like it or whatever. I'm not fully understanding that, because it's like, if I don't like something, I just click away. I click away. I don't get so enraged by something that I don't like and sit there and watch it so that I'm, fuming, and then telling them I hated that. It's like, well, just don't watch it. Walk away. So I'm not sure about that. But it's a minority. It's a small minority. But there are some artists, which is interesting, where like the temperature of the fan base is different. So a certain artist that I'll do, all the comments are so positive and so loving, Aurora, and so great and so like positive and very encouraging. And then on the other hand, it's like I wrestle with doing the artist, but I like the artist, so I want to do their videos, but then I got to deal with a lot of negativity and a lot of people fighting and all this kind of stuff. So it becomes challenging, because I'm like, oh, it's disheartening, because I'm like, I want to play this artist, but God, you got to not make it easy on me. So anyway, I find that to be interesting. And no, I'm not going to tell you who that artist is or who those artists are. But yeah, I mean, I have. It's interesting that definitely there's a part of having to win people over in a certain sense, so that they know that you're authentic, and then you're not just trying to play their artist because you want exposure yourself or you want money or whatever. And what's funny to me, because when you viewers come to my channel, they don't know me. I'm just another reactor to them, and so they'll treat me disrespectfully. They'll treat me in a way where they try to just kind of like very little respect, and over time they watch a few videos and whatever, and then they're kind of like, oh, okay, I guess he's okay, and then the comments will get a little bit more friendly, and then eventually they get to a point where I'm kind of like accepted, and then I'm kind of like, oh, he's a fan like us too. So that's an interesting experience, as as somebody who, runs a channel and does this, it can be challenging sometimes. But having said all that, I've been doing this for a year, and I would have stopped a long time ago if it wasn't for people like you guys. The people that are here in this stream right now, people like you and people like you, I would have stopped a long time ago, because I have a full-time job. I don't have to do this. This is kind of a passion for me to do and share with other people, but it takes time, it takes effort, and and all that kind of stuff. But I definitely don't have to do it. And if I stop doing it, it just means more time for other things, for me to write my own music and produce other people and all that kind of stuff. So it does get challenging when it kind of rubs me the wrong way, and I start getting into this place of like, man, maybe I should pack it up. But because of people like you guys and the artists that come and show their appreciation on the channel, it's because of all of that totally overshadows any of the negativity and any of the stuff that I've had to deal with, because the good of it way outweighs the bad of it for me, and that's what keeps me going. Anyway, just want to share that with you. Let's see, I gotta catch up. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, definitely. Ignoring the trolls and all that kind of stuff. But it's also like, so there are trolls. There's a classification, and there's gradients of this, because some are the obvious trolls that it could be easily dismissed. But then there are actual viewers that are not really trolls. They're kind of like misguided, and I don't want to block them and treat them like trolls, because I feel like, okay, you're just not getting it. You're probably not a bad person, but you just don't understand. Like sometimes people argue with me about technical stuff or stuff that I hear or whatever, and I have a lot of experience in music, and sometimes people come to me who don't have experience, and they're trying to correct me on stuff that I'm like, no, you don't have the same level of experience. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that you understand what I'm saying, kind of a thing. So, but because they love the artist so much, that artist can do no wrong. And that's part of the problem, is that some of them think that the artists are godlike and that they can't do wrong, and they don't make mistakes, and they don't have the rough edges. And when I say something like, this is what I'm hearing, no, they're not. They did it on purpose, and and all that kind of stuff. So that's where it gets challenging, because they're very passionate, and I don't want to beat them up for loving an artist. Yeah, Lynn, I only have one of Flora. No, I have two. I have a couple things from Flora in her solo venture. In the UK, there's a famous radio show, Desert Island Discs, where people imagine they will be stranded on a desert island and choose their favorite 10 tracks to take along. Oh, what would be yours? Oh man, 10 tracks, not even albums, but tracks. Oh boy, that's really, really hard. I don't know if I could tell you 10, but I could tell you a few on the top. My number one track is a song called A Remark You Made by Weather Report. I get choked up just thinking about it. Oh God. I have to play it on the channel at some point, this song. I think I have it, because I'd be I'd be in tears. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. A remark you made. It's an instrumental from Weather Report off the Heavy Weather album. So that's way up there. Another one for me is something that I did play on the channel, and it was in the very short run series I had called Songs That Make Me Cry, something like that. And it was a song, it was another instrumental done by a guitar player from Israel named Oznoi, and he did a remake of I Can't Make You Love Me. Again, totally levels me. So beautiful. The Bonnie Riot, is that her name? Bonnie Riot song. Yeah, that's just amazing. And then I'd have to have a Dirty Loop song, and there's so many that I could choose from that, and I'd have to look at their catalog again. And then Snarky Puppy song would be in there for sure. Yeah, so those are the ones off the top of my head. Make sure they don't block your video blur or something like that. Many have already been blocked. Yeah. Yeah, how do you guys feel about that? You know what? That's a good question. Thanks, Mima, for bringing that up. Is like, I know that other reactors do this, and yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't watch reaction channels. I don't watch other reactors, except for Todd. I'll watch some of his videos, and then Bob Selesky, I think that's the name, that I'll watch his sometimes because we talk back and forth. But I watch them because they're friends. But I don't watch other reaction videos because I want to be as authentic as possible to what I'm doing and organic in a way that I don't copy anybody else. And I think then I feel that way about other things in my life too, that I'd rather go through the bumps and bruises and make mistakes and figure out how to do something, but do it my way and not copy somebody else in the way that they do it. There's pros and cons about that. Maybe I'm missing something that I could use that's important in somebody else's channel that could, elevate my channel or whatever. That's a con. But the pro is also causes me to be more imaginative and to try and be original and do things that are just me, that are quintessentially what I want to do, that is unique to me. And I think I have some of those things on my channel. So yeah, it's the question about the blocking part of this thing is that, like, how do you guys feel? Let me know, because I want you to chime in on this. How would you feel if I was playing a video and the video was blurred out? So let's say that I'm playing a video and I do like something like this, okay? And I'm doing this video and all of that space in the bottom left corner is the video and it's all blurred out and you're just hearing the audio as a reaction. Would you guys be okay with that? Would you like that? Or would you rather I put it on Patreon where it's not going to get blocked, put up a link on YouTube to go to Patreon and watch it? Now, I don't benefit at all for doing that, by the way, is that I don't get views. I don't get paid, because of the views. It really is strictly for you guys so that you guys could see the video reaction without it being obscured. So I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. I'm guessing you'd want to watch it on Patreon, instead of me blocking it. But let me know how you would feel about that, because I could do that, keep it on Patreon, get the views and all the other stuff, and that would benefit me. Oh, thanks, Matthew. You're my favorite reaction channel. Ha ha ha. Amazing community, great songs. These live streams are always fun. Thank you, man. I'm catching up on. Sorry about that. I'm catching up. Okay, Hoyer, man. I keep going with my Jeff interview. I love you, man. Top 3 artists you've ever seen live. Yours is Jacob Collier, Prince. Ooh, I've seen Prince too. Oh my God, insane. Kelly Jo Phelps. The top artists that I've seen live would be David Bowie, because I've seen him a couple times live. Chick Corea and the Electric Band. The first time I saw him, I almost freaking had a stroke. I was so freaked out by how good it was. And then Alan Holdsworth live. I've seen him a number of times live and met him. And yeah, he just blows me away. Anders, yeah, it is. I mean, 12K followers plus, and it is like a village, and there are, the bigger I get, the more issues can crop up. I mean, it's a percentage game, 10% of 100 is 10, but 10% of 1,000 is 100. So I'm gonna have more to deal with. Oh, bye, Annie. Kim says no blur. I'd rather see the blur out or some other adjustments than not see it all. But yeah, you could see it on Patreon though, because I would paste it on Patreon, Chris. Music's the center point. Okay, good to know. Thank you, TH. Anders, that's a very good point. If I've not seen the video, it would be disappointing. Very good point. Yeah, Matthew, where are you, buddy? You haven't gotten on my Patreon yet. It ain't expensive. It's cheap. Depends on what you want to get out of it, though. But yeah, I'm very thankful for my patrons, and I try to do my best to make them happy over there too. And I want to do more. Actually, I have plans to do more on Patreon. And a lot of times I'll release stuff on Patreon first, which you guys, some of you who are not on Patreon may not know that some of these videos are late releases, that I do release them on Patreon first, and they get them for a couple of weeks, before anyone else does. If you're on Patreon, you get also you get more content, because there are Patreon only videos that I do as well. So you get all the YouTube videos, but then you get these other Patreon only videos too. It's about the music, not the video. Yeah, Todd, I noticed that you've done the blurring out thing too. So I was curious how successful that was for you. Thank you. Oh, Lynn, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, right now, Kim, the link to the Royal Blood tune on Patreon is Patreon only. Right now, it's a patron only or Patreon only video, so you have to be a member of Patreon right now. But I could publicize that. Jars, thank you. Music and reactions. I'm not sure where Holdsworth comes from. You might be right about that, Matthew. I'm not sure what town he's from. If you ran a blurred video without breaks, we could run the original video in its own window, sync to yours. Oh, that's an interesting idea, Peter. Interesting. I'll have to think about that. Thank you. Have you ever listened to Swell Wolf asks, have you ever listened to Brooklyn by Youngblood Brass Band? I have not. Sounds intriguing though. Send me a link. Also, by the way, guys, if other people have asked about this, you can send me an email too. My response time's not great, but if you want to get some information to me, I'll get it. And the email is StrateleStudios@gmail.com. Okay. It's better to do the requests on the channel because it's faster, and I check that out a lot more. But if you have, like, if you wanted to write something to me that is more lengthy or personal or whatever, certainly use StrateleStudios@gmail.com. Poop Daddy Dad Gaming. I've seen your screen name has stuck in my head. Glad to have you here. I remember you. Ron Verda. Mine are Ike and Tina Turner, Paul McCartney, and Jimi Hendrix. Dude, I saw Paul McCartney at the Hollywood Bowl, and oh man, I'll tell you, my eyes were just blurry with tears the whole time, hearing him do these songs one after another, because he did Beatles stuff. At first, he started with the Beatles stuff, and then he did his own stuff from Wings, and oh my God, it was such a great show. Hoyerman, next question from me. Top 3 artists you would want to see live. Not allowed to say Snarky or Jacob. They're taken as read. Yeah, I'd like to see those guys. You'd like to see Charlie Hunter, Roger Waters, and Muse. Well, Dirty Loops, because I've not seen them. I've not seen them live, and I'm seeing videos pop up all over the place. Fan videos of them playing, and everywhere they play, it's like just madness. People are like crowd surfing, and oh my God, it's so crazy. So that would be at the top of the list. Who else? I'd like to see Nightwish live again. I've seen Aurora. And yes, of course, Snarky. I would love to see them. Gosh, I'm not sure. There are a lot, but those come to mind. I'll be there next week. Oh, Matthew. I'm up here, Fred with Kip. Yes. Oh, this is from PDDG, Poop Daddy Dad Gaming. I'll call him PDDG for short. I have not yet seen the Taylor Hawkins tribute. I certainly didn't see it live, and I haven't seen it online yet. I know that it is epic. It's also very long, so I have to carve out some time for that. Link to Brooklyn is the link I sent. Sorry if that was confusing. Swell Wolf, what link, or where's the link at that you were talking about? If you put it in here, I don't think I see a link in here. But yeah, get that link to me. Also, if you can't find a good place to put it online, go ahead and send it to StrateleStudios@gmail.com. Yeah. What else would I like to see live? Oh man. Yeah, Hoyerman, I know Snarky's coming to the US in April. I'm definitely, absolutely will not miss that. Will not miss that. And I will pay whatever they're asking to sit up front. Oh, Stepanov, that's it. Thank you, Kim. Valery Stepanov would be the other one I would want to see live. Oh no, that's so awesome. Mark King smashing the bass with Justin Hawkins singing Something About You on the Taylor gig. Oh, thank you for telling me that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got to see it now. I have got to see that this weekend. I'm a huge Level 42 fan. Love those guys. Love Mark King. Oh my gosh. It's funny because I have my own private list. I don't get to play a lot of the stuff that I want on the channel because I'm too busy doing everyone else's stuff. But Level 42 is something that I would love to play on the channel. Oh yeah, Todd, you saw Leprous, man. I bet that was awesome. Very cool. Wolfpack would be fun to see live. Definitely. Yeah, I know, Chris. You're totally right about that. Yeah, Chris has answered that question about the 3 bands live in 6 months because I keep getting introduced to more music. And it's true that, like, I love the fact that I've learned so much about music all over the world. You know, the different groups, different musicians from all over the world, and Kim and I, when we go on trips, we always make a playlist for that trip, and it's fun to go back and listen to some of those playlists because I can hear what I just was into at that time, like what I just discovered, you know, during that time. So I have the playlist like with Danny Sylvia, Yona Lee, and Aurora, and a few other ones. Like that was like the timestamp what I was listening to at that point. And then if I go back a little further, then I got a list with Valery Stepanov and Valery Stepanov and Dirty Loops and Snarky Puppy and oh gosh, all those covers, Tim Akers stuff, and so it's fun because I keep learning more and more. That's another great thing about doing the channel. Oh wow, yeah. Hoyerman says, never seen Wolfpack yet, but I've seen Corey Wong in Glasgow 3 times. That's cool. So it's okay. Okay, cool. YouTube. Oh, cool. So Swell Wolf, you said there's an epic trombone solo in the Brooklyn by Youngblood Brass Band. Okay, cool. Awesome. Love me a good horn solo. You saw Judith Hell. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I love Judith Hill. Wow, I bet that was really cool. You saw Canned Heat. Wow. Oh man, those guys. Epic. Antal, I got tickets for 4 different shows. Pavement, Ginger, Pixies, and Rammstein. Wow. Oh my gosh. Those are good. Those are going to be some good shows. That's awesome. Yeah. Wow. Well, guys, I should probably wrap it up here. And I just want to thank just each and every one of you guys for hanging with me. I'm looking at the stats and I could see that I've had a very consistent number of people on this live stream, which is very encouraging for me because that means people are interested in it. And I'll definitely be doing it again and doing more of this kind of stuff. Just try to keep upping the channel, keeping it more interesting. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for the donations, and thank you for being a part of the channel and all your awesome suggestions. And you guys are awesome. You're the reason why I do this. And get your requests to me any way that you can, and I'll do my best to get to them. Like I said, I mean, you saw my spreadsheet. There's a lot of stuff on it. So you got to be a little patient with me in that respect, but I will try to get to them, as best as I can. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much. Come back to the channel. Watch more great videos coming up. I'm really having a lot of fun. There's going to be a really cool crop of new videos that are coming up, and yeah, looking forward to doing another live stream. All right, you guys. All right, see you next time. Love you guys. Bye bye.